Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Dropping back, it's Bailey. He's got the tight end. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll try the left side, fighting off the defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It smothers. Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. It'll be a draw. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. He caught it. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere. And now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They send the tight end in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Price. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
To the air, it's Carr. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Flanagan. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. On the run, it's Smothers. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football, right? And that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Bailey. Pocket breaking down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Hands it off. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Hauls it in, looking for space. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the back. To the air on 2nd down. Complete to the left. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Irish! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Hands it off on the counter. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's the beauty of misdirection in the run game, right? You try to show the defense one look, and then you come back and hit them the other way when they're not expecting it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play. And,
Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Price. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Rides to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Fires to the big fella. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Catch in the middle, it's locked. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit, and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
On the run, it's Scott. NC State will pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
The give to the left side. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Finds the tight end. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Putting together a nice drive. Couple of first downs in the books. Now 1st and 10 from the 44. They'll keep it on the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. He might want another play. Toss to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That defender reacted immediately when he saw the play and just set his hair on fire toward the ball carrier.
And you got to see those plays. Those plays are very fast. It happens quick. There's no fake to a toss. It's pitching on the outside, trying to get to the wide side of the field. Great job by the defense. You got to set those edges by the defensive end, and everybody fly to the football.
Throws to the wideout. Got it on the outside. It's Anderson. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Leaves it with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They go to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Caught over the middle. It's Smothers. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, the head coach must have loved what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you got to have it, execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's lobbed. On the move at the 30. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it out. It's Price. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the 3rd quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The pitch to the left. Running to Green. Plows through the defense. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Man, that is one this QB is going to wish he had back. That receiver was so wide open. There was nobody even near him, and the quarterback somehow overthrew him.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Works to Miller. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They marched to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Working the middle. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll try to take it back.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Grab behind the line. It's Pauly. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. He showed some of it there.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal line.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Smells it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. Can't just let him pick you apart.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down.
NC State Wolfpack will take over first and 7.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first three periods. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Irish! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's Bailey. Snagged in the middle, it's Rogers. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll try to get the first through the air. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Using his legs, it's Love. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for room. It Smothers. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
29-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here come the Irish back on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They want to run it left here. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And they take a knee on 4th down, having inflicted enough damage, and that ought to do it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Not only the scoreboard, but the clock on the side of the offense as they take a knee, though the D can stop it a couple more times.